My friends, let me share something powerful with you today. Your muscles never stop listening. They don't have an expiration date, and they don't suddenly stop responding just because you've celebrated more birthdays. Muscles are living tissue. They are dynamic, responsive, and remarkably adaptable at every stage of life. But here's the truth that most people never hear. Muscles don't simply disappear because you're aging. They disappear when they are not given the right signals, the right nutrition, and the right attention. And here's the encouraging part. When you do give your muscles the nourishment they crave, they will still respond, even if you're in your 70s, 80s, or 90s. Think about this. Every single movement you make, from taking a walk to lifting your grandchild, relies on the strength and resilience of your muscles. These are the same muscles that carried you through decades of work, raising a family, creating memories, and living your life. Now, as you look forward to more years of independence and vitality, those muscles are asking for one simple thing: support. Science tells us that what you eat before bed is one of the most overlooked yet powerful ways to give your body that support. Let me explain why. At night, when you close your eyes, your body doesn't stop working. In fact, it's one of the most active repair periods you'll ever experience. During sleep, hormones are released that signal your body to heal, restore, and rebuild. Your immune system is fine-tuned, your brain processes memories, and your muscles, those vital fibers of strength, begin their repair work. But they can only repair if you've given them the building blocks they need. Imagine trying to rebuild a house without bricks or wood. That's exactly what happens when you drift off to sleep without supplying your body with the raw materials for muscle maintenance. The building blocks your muscles need are amino acids, the components of protein. Proteins from food break down into these amino acids, which travel through your bloodstream, arriving at your muscles like tiny repair crews ready to get to work. If you haven't eaten a source of quality protein in the evening, your bloodstream is like an empty construction site. No workers, no supplies, nothing happening. The result, your body begins to break down existing muscle to fuel itself. That's how muscle loss accelerates silently over the years. And that is why seniors often feel weaker as time passes. But here's the key. If you choose wisely before bed, if you give your body something rich in protein, like Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or a handful of nuts, you ensure that those repair crews are ready to rebuild instead of breaking down. What's fascinating is how quickly your body responds once you provide the right support. Research shows that even in advanced age, muscles can still grow stronger and more resilient when nourished properly. It doesn't matter if you haven't paid attention to this before. Your body is always listening, and it's never too late to send it the right message. Think about that for a moment. Your body is on your side. It wants to protect you. It wants to stay strong, and it will do its job if you feed it with intention. This is why I say your muscles don't retire. They don't pack up and walk away just because you've entered your golden years. They're waiting, ready to respond to the signals you give them. And food is one of the most powerful signals you can send. You may not lift heavy weights or run marathons, but by eating the right nutrients at night, you're telling your body, stay strong, stay resilient, stay alive with energy. That's the language your muscles understand. I want you to picture this. You eat a small portion of protein before bed. And while you rest peacefully, your body goes to work. Your muscles soak in the amino acids, repairing tiny tears, strengthening their fibers, and preparing you to wake up stronger than when you went to sleep. Each morning it becomes an opportunity to feel more energized, more capable, more confident. Compare that to skipping this step and allowing your body to tap into your own muscle tissue just to keep your system running overnight. The difference between those two choices, the difference between building and breaking, between renewal and decline. And here is the empowering message. This is within your control. This is not a matter of chance or genetics alone. This is a daily choice, one that can completely transform how your body ages. You don't need exotic supplements or complicated plans. You just need awareness and action. By remembering to eat something nourishing before you sleep, you are gifting your body the tools it needs to thrive. So the next time you're standing in your kitchen at night, instead of reaching for something empty and sugary that will do nothing for you, pause and remind yourself that your muscles are counting on you. They are asking for a chance to keep serving you, to keep supporting your independence, to keep giving you the freedom to do what you love. And the beautiful part is, they will reward you. You'll feel stronger when you rise from your chair, steadier when you walk, and more alive in your day-to-day life. Never forget, your muscles are not gone. They are not retiring. They are right there with you, waiting to be nourished. The right food at the right time can transform the way your body ages. That's the truth science teaches us, and it's the gift you can give yourself every single night. At night, when the world quiets down and you finally rest your head on the pillow, your body enters one of its most extraordinary states of healing. What many people don't realize is that sleep is not just about closing your eyes and shutting down. It's about your body becoming alive in a different way. Hormones are released that tell your cells to repair. Your brain begins to sort through memories and your organs recalibrate. But one of the most powerful processes happening during those hours is the repair and renewal of your muscles. And here is the secret. What you choose to eat before bed can determine whether that repair is maximized or whether your muscles continue to quietly shrink. When we think about strength, most people imagine lifting weights at the gym or doing push-ups, but the truth is that the battle to maintain muscle happens largely when you are asleep. Sleep is the most important window for recovery, and if you give your body the right raw materials, it will work all night long to protect and strengthen your muscle fibers. If you don't, your body is forced to pull energy from its own stores, and unfortunately, one of those stores is your muscle tissue. In other words, if you go to bed on an empty stomach or after eating foods with little to no nutritional value, you set yourself up for your body to break down the very muscles you want to preserve. Now think of nighttime as your secret weapon. While you're resting, you're actually in a position to turn your body into a muscle-preserving machine. But the catch is this: your body cannot create something from nothing. It can't repair muscle if you haven't supplied it with the materials it needs. That's where the right evening nutrition comes in. Research has shown that seniors who consume protein-rich foods before sleep, something as simple as Greek yogurt, a serving of cottage cheese, or a handful of nuts, actually wake up with greater muscle protein synthesis compared to those who don't. That means their bodies have actively rebuilt muscle tissue overnight. Imagine that, gaining strength while you dream. The beauty of this is how effortless it can be. You don't need to push your body through grueling workouts late at night. You don't need expensive powders or pills. All you need is to choose foods that deliver slow digesting protein so that as you sleep, a steady stream of amino acids flows into your bloodstream. Casein protein, found in dairy products like yogurt and cottage cheese, is one of the most effective because it digests slowly, providing hours of nourishment. This means your muscles are never left hungry while you rest. And when your muscles are fed, they respond, they grow, they strengthen, they protect you. Let me put this into perspective. Every time you sit down and stand up, every step you take, every moment of balance when you avoid a fall, it all comes down to muscle strength. Seniors often fear losing independence, but independence is not lost all at once. It slips away quietly with each pound of muscle that vanishes over time. But you don't have to let that happen. By using your nighttime hours strategically, you can reverse the tide. You can take those same hours that most people waste and turn them into a weapon for strength. Picture this. Two seniors, both the same age, both going to bed at the same time. One chooses to have a small bowl of protein-rich yogurt before bed, while the other goes to bed after eating cookies or nothing at all. They both sleep the same number of hours, but when morning comes, one has fueled muscle repair, while the other has fueled muscle loss. Multiply that difference night after night, month after month, and the outcome becomes dramatic. One person feels stronger, steadier, more energized. The other feels weaker, more fatigued, more fragile. The only difference is a simple choice made before sleep. That's how powerful this habit can be. And here's something even more motivating. Your body doesn't care if you've ignored this habit for years. It doesn't care if you're 65, 75, or even 90. The moment you begin giving it what it needs, it responds. The very first night you choose wisely, your muscles get to work. The body has an incredible ability to adapt when you give it the right environment, and nighttime is the perfect environment. You are resting, your stress hormones are low, and your body is free to focus on healing. That's why this strategy works so beautifully. I want you to imagine yourself waking up in the morning with more energy, feeling like you have a little extra spring in your step. That isn't a dream. That's your body responding to your choices. It's your muscles saying, thank you for giving me the fuel to stay alive and strong. And with each passing week, you'll notice the difference. Tasks that once felt heavy feel easier. Getting out of bed feels smoother. Carrying groceries feels less daunting. That's the ripple effect of choosing to nourish yourself at night. So when I say that nighttime is your secret weapon against muscle loss, I mean it literally. Every evening gives you a chance to either weaken or strengthen. This is the choice in your hands. You don't need to overhaul your diet completely. You just need to make a conscious decision before bed. Choose the food that feeds your muscles. Give your body what it craves during its most important repair window. And here's the empowering thought I want you to carry with you. You are not a passive passenger in the aging process. You are the driver. By making the right choice tonight and again tomorrow night, you create a momentum that builds strength instead of decay. Age may bring challenges, but it also gives you wisdom, the wisdom to know that small, consistent actions create powerful results. Use that wisdom and use your nights as your greatest ally in protecting your muscles and your independence. When we talk about protecting your muscles, it's important to recognize that this is not just a matter of strength for its own sake. It is not about vanity or about building bulky muscles. It is about protecting the very foundation of your independence, your freedom to live life on your own terms, and your ability to enjoy the everyday moments that truly matter. Every step you take, every time you rise from a chair, every time you steady yourself to avoid a fall, these are all powered by muscle. And when you lose muscle, you lose more than tissue. You lose confidence, you lose balance, and you slowly lose your independence. But here's the hopeful truth. You have the power to stop this loss. By making the right choices, especially before bedtime, you can protect your muscles, and in doing so, you protect your independence. Let's take a moment to imagine what independence really means. It means being able to walk into the kitchen to prepare your own meal without assistance. It means being able to bend down to pick up something you've dropped without fear of falling. It means being able to hug your loved ones tightly, to carry your grandchild, or to climb the stairs without feeling like it's an impossible task. Independence is not about doing extraordinary things. It is about being able to do the ordinary things on your own. And all of that depends on your muscle health. Now, what robs seniors of their independence more quickly than almost anything else is muscle loss. This process, called sarcopenia, is quiet but relentless. With every passing decade, if muscles are not nourished, they shrink. And when they shrink, so does your ability to live fully. But here is what science has shown us, and it's an empowering truth. This process is not inevitable. It can be slowed down and even reversed when you give your body the tools it needs. The right nutrients before bed, supplying your muscles with protein and amino acids during their most active repair period, can literally change the trajectory of your aging. Think about this in practical terms. When you go to bed, after giving your body the right fuel, your muscles begin their repair process overnight. They rebuild, they strengthen, and they fortify themselves. This means that the next morning, you wake up with a body that is slightly stronger, slightly more resilient, slightly more prepared to carry you through the day. Repeat that process night after night, and the results accumulate. Instead of drifting toward weakness, you move steadily toward strength. Instead of fearing the loss of independence, you begin to reclaim confidence in your body. And this matters because the consequences of losing muscle are not just physical, they are emotional and psychological as well. Seniors who begin to feel weak often start to feel dependent. They hesitate to go out, they avoid activities they once loved, and they slowly retreat into smaller lives. That shrinking of the spirit is just as devastating as the shrinking of muscle. But when you nourish your muscles, you nourish your confidence. You walk taller, you move with more assurance, and you feel capable of engaging with life again. Protecting your muscles means protecting your joy. Let me also highlight how critical muscle is for safety. Falls are one of the leading causes of injury among seniors, and they often result in a loss of independence that is very difficult to recover from. Strong muscles are your body's natural defense against falls. They give you balance, stability, and the ability to catch yourself when you stumble. That is why protecting your muscle is not just about maintaining independence. It is about preventing accidents that could take independence away forever. And this is where your evening choices play a critical role. By nourishing your muscles consistently, you build the strength that will protect you in those crucial moments. What's remarkable is how quickly the benefits show up when you begin to take action. Seniors who start paying attention to their evening nutrition often notice within weeks that everyday tasks feel easier. They rise from chairs more smoothly. They feel more energy when walking. They notice less fatigue when climbing stairs. These small victories build momentum. And with each victory, you are reminded that aging does not mean surrendering control. You are reminded that you can still shape the way your body functions. So when I say protecting your muscles, protects your independence, I want you to hear the deeper message. This is about protecting your ability to live life the way you want to live it. It's about choosing freedom over fragility. It's about recognizing that one small intentional choice, like eating something nourishing before bed, can create ripple effects that touch every part of your daily existence. And the most beautiful part is this: you are not powerless. Too often, seniors are told that aging is a downhill slide, that weakness and dependency are inevitable. But that is not the truth. The truth is that your body is capable of responding to your choices at any age. Your muscles are listening, they are waiting, and they will respond the moment you begin to feed them. So tonight, as you prepare for rest, I want you to think of your independence as something sacred, something worth protecting. You have the ability to defend it, to strengthen it, and to preserve it. Every bite of nourishing food you eat before bed is an investment, not just in your body, but in your freedom. It is a promise to yourself that you will not simply let time take away what you have built. It is a declaration that you will continue to live life on your own terms. Your muscles are your armor, and your independence is your treasure. By protecting one, you protect the other. And with every wise choice you make, you give yourself the gift of strength, vitality, and the ability to embrace each day fully. That is the true power of nourishing your body, and it is a power you can choose tonight, tomorrow, and every night to come.